Need to track your inventory? Do you want to have control and monitor your stock movements without paying on high and recurring cost of a software? Yes, you can do it using simple formulas and features of Excel. In this video, I am going to show you a step-by-step guide on how to create your own dynamic summary of inventory using Excel. In my earlier tutorial, I have explained on how to automate your delivery note of sales. I have also provided the link below in case you have not watched it. So we're just going to continue the same file. So if we have the delivery for the outgoing of stocks, okay, we will also have the purchases data for incoming of our stocks. So we have the date of the transactions, the reference number of our purchases, the supplier name, the description of the items, the quantity, the unit price, the total amount, and the effect of this transaction to our inventory. We also have a separate worksheet for our delivery and purchase returns. So returns happens in case of the defective items or exchanging of items from supplier side or from the business side. Notice that I am using the same fields for each summary. If you look at the column A to I, okay, I am using the same header name for each data sheet. So from delivery note to purchases, delivery returns, and purchase returns, I'm using the same header name, the date, the reference, the party name, the description, the item number, quantity, item price, amount, and the inventory out or in, okay, whatever is the effect of each transactions to our inventory. This will actually allow us to consolidate this data so we can finally extract an inventory summary that will show us the entire movement of our stocks. Before consolidating, I have renamed the column I header name to inventory in or out, positive or increase if it's in, and negative or decrease of quantity for out. For combining all these transactions, we are going to use the VStock function. VStock is a very simple way to combine our multiple table data. Again, it is important to note that your data have to be in a table format before consolidating. So this is how we do the VStock formula. So first is that we will create a new sheet, okay, and we'll name it consolidated data. Right? And in here, you can start to write the VStock equal, and then VStock, okay, open parenthesis, and then we take the delivery note data from first row up to the end of the table, and then comma, we move on to the purchases transaction. We exclude the first row, all right, and then we go to the return transactions, delivery and purchase transaction. That's how simple is this. And then you close it and then enter. So as you see, it already combined our data. You just have to format the date, format sales date, and let's take this format. All right. So now you have the consolidated summary of all your transactions. The good thing about this VStock is that it is allowing the combined list to update automatically when data is added or removed or edited from our source data or from our original data. For example, as you see, my delivery data is up to DN009, right? So if I have to add a new transaction, let's say I have added a new transaction here, which has a series ending with 10. Okay, let's see, 31,326. For example, I sold pants. Right. Sample pants, and then the price is 30. All right, and I sold it to MNO client, for example. Okay, so I added this transaction. So I have added a new transaction in my delivery note, and if I go to the VStock, it will automatically add the additional transactions that I've made, right? So another example is that the purchases is up to purchase ending 010, okay? So if I go to my purchases, and let's say I have a new transaction, Control D for adding, and let's say 11, and the transaction happened on 31 March 2026, and okay, quantity is 1 here. Okay, so I have added a delivery note ending with 011. If I go to my VStock, you will see that it automatically included or added the transactions that I have made. So actually this VStock is connected to our summaries here. Okay, so it automatically updates the summary or the consolidated data, whatever changes you made from the sources, from the source data. So now that we have the combined data using the VStock, we can now do the pivot table and group by function for our inventory summary. This is how we do this pivot table. Simply highlight the data of the VStock table, right? And then we click on insert and then pivot table. All right, and I want it in a new worksheet. Okay, and then let's start what do you call this, designing the report that we want. So I actually want to have the description, okay, at the left side, the description of my item, and I want to have the date of the transactions. I want it here. This and put the date, and then we can now use this inventory in or out in positive and negative effect to the inventory. All right, like you can actually add the reference number of the transactions, and you can put the party name later on. Okay, all right, so this is how it looks, and actually we can hide, just click the minus sign so that it can hide the document reference. So basically with this pivot table you can already see like what is the the remaining stock or the quantity that is left for each of our item. So this is already showing you the movement of your inventory per day. All right, so like for the pants, okay, you will see that these are the transactions: D for delivery, G for goods receipt, P for those purchases. So these are the transactions on 22 March, 23, 24, up to the last day. Okay, so again, the good thing about this is that this VStock and pivot table are automatically updated whenever you add or edit or modify new transactions from your source data. Okay, as you notice, this is 35, right? So let's say, for example, I have made the correction and I made this only 10. Okay, so if I modify it and I go to my pivot table and just click refresh, okay, you see it updates the pivot table. Just click on refresh. On the VStock table, this is automatic. For the pivot table, you just have to click inside the pivot table and choose refresh. Okay, so pivot table, and you will find here the icon of a refresh. All right, we can name this sheet of our pivot table to inventory summary or inventory movement, as you like. Inventory summary, I'll put. Alright, I'll just copy the same and put it here on the first row. Okay, inventory summary. And I have now the inventory summary. Alright, so now that we have the movements of our quantity displayed and you can see the balance of each item, what is left, okay, so this is already useful for us. And if you want this to be more useful for accounting purpose or for you to know the value of your stocks, we can also add the cost of our items on each transactions. So now we can create our product list, which will define the cost of each item. So as your items become more and more or become more complex, you can keep track on the value of your inventory, not only your quantity. So we just have to add a new sheet here and name it product list. From the purchases side, I do have 4 items. Okay, for this demo, I'm just showing you a simple example of items. Let's say I only have 4 items and the prices are it's not too much complex. Like for my pants is 15, shirts is 10, short is 10, and skirts is 7 each. So 15, 10, 10, and 7. 15, 10, 10, and 7. These are the price of my item. The price, or the unit price, you can call it. And this is my item name. So this is a very simple example, but again, if you have many items, like for pants, you can have like different or a lot of variety of pants, and it can have a different unit price. So the time you can actually create like a product ID, okay, product ID, so that you can identify what kind of pants and what is the price for each. Okay. So for now, this is my product list only. All right. The next step is to go back to the source data and add 2 additional columns for our inventory cost. Okay, so simply type unit price and total inventory cost. Okay. And then we use XLOOKUP to search for the price. Okay, what item we want, where we want to search, we go to the product list, the array of data where you want to search, and what result we want to return on the same cell. So to lock the range or the array of the data, simply go to the middle of the cell and then click F4. Okay, lock it, F4, or simply type the $sign. Okay, so it automatically, because it's on a table format, so it automatically reads the data that we want. All right, and then simply for the total cost, it's unit price times the inventory quantity. Right, and here we can format it on currency value. Okay, total inventory cost also into amount, total cost. Right. And same goes to other sheet. Okay, simply drag the line to expand the table and use the same title, unit price and inventory cost. Okay, and use the XLOOKUP formula to search this item in our product list. All right, and what data we want to return on that cell, close it, and then lock it. Click F4 in between the cell, 2 to B5, and then enter. So unit price is in amount format. Total cost will be the unit price times the inventory cost. Right? And then also to delivery returns, unit price, total inventory cost. Do the XLOOKUP this item, find it here, and return this value. Close it. F4 in between. Enter. So that again, XLOOKUP the pants in here. I want this result, close it, then lock it. F4, 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 enter. T equals unit price times the quantity. This, okay, format it into amount. Let's save it. Same goes with the purchase returns. Just expand the table. Do XLOOKUP. Where we want to search, what data we want to return. Lock it by F4. Click on F4. Click on F4. Right. And then multiply the unit price times the inventory in. Okay, and then use the same column header. And now we go to our consolidated data and let's see what happens. And there you go. So now you have the unit price and the inventory cost total in our VStock table. Okay, and let's see it here in the pivot table. Okay, so what we do is actually to refresh, okay, and then right click and add total inventory cost. We now have the quantity on that day, on that specific day, and including the amount. Alright, so let's choose some other design. I think this will be more clear. Okay, I think this one is nice, or this one is nice. How about this one? Okay, so it's up to you which design you want. Just click inside the pivot, and on the upper part you'll see the design menu. Okay, and then you can choose which format you want to apply in this pivot table, whichever you are convenient to use. Okay. Also remember to freeze panes for a better navigation of your summary. You can place your cursor just under the header of the first column and just beside the first cell of the left data. So just click on the view, okay, here in the upper part. You can click view and then choose freeze pane, right, so that you can navigate your summary going to right without hiding the first column data. So now you have a dynamic summary of inventory which is automated and allows a real-time overview of your stocks on hand and its detailed movements. It shows you the in and out movement per item along with its cost for each transaction day, as you see here in the summary. Okay, and inside the pivot table, if you place your cursor here, okay, on the data, okay, you can expand the transactions. Okay, you can have a view of the detailed transactions per item. Okay, and at the same time you can also collapse, okay, for a simplified view of your summary. You can also filter the date of transactions which you want to view by placing your cursor on the date. Okay, and here on the drop down you can filter the month that you want to display. Let's say you already have March until December, so you can just type the month that you want to display and just click OK, and then it will automatically display only the March transactions. Okay, so if you want to view April only, then it will give you a view of your April transactions. All right. You can also filter the items at the left side here. Just place your cursor here on the left side and click on the drop down, and then you can actually select the items that you want to display in the summary. For example, if you don't want to see or view the pants, then you can just click on those items and then click OK. All right, and as you see, you will only view the 3 items that you selected, or if you want, you can select everything so that it goes to its original summary. All right, it also gives the quantity and the balance per item, the end balance of each item here, as you see after all the movements per day. Okay, you have here the total sum of inventory in and out, means the net, the total transactions, and you also know the cost of your items on hand. Besides this dynamic summary using the pivot table, you can also view the entire consolidated transactions in the VStock table, which we put here in the consolidated data sheet. Okay, and on the same sheet, as you see, I've kept some space here on the upper part. Okay, in this part I can do a group by function, or I can do a group by function to have a short summary of inventory to display the stocks on hand. All right, so just simply type equal and then type group by open bracket. All right, so I want to group the item and I want to display the net movement of my items. Okay, and then I'm gonna choose sum, then close, enter. Okay, so here you can see the total quantity of my stock is 33 and the net quantity for each item, okay, which is tying up with this pivot summary. This way, you will be able to counter-check the accuracy of both summary. The balance displayed here in the pivot table and the balance that you see here in the VStock should be the same, as both have the same source of data only.